we've made that decision from now on, so that applies for grades 11 and under as well. So when you get ready to apply to Berry, on average, students come in with between a 3.5 and 3.7, but if your GPA is below that, that does not mean you're not going to get in. Along with the transcript, we ask for you to complete a personal essay. With that essay, we want you to be creative, think out of the box, and tell us something about yourself we can't find anywhere else in the application. And then finally, there are a couple optional things that you can do, like send in recommendation letters, complete our optional Why Berry essay, and also submit a resume of your extracurricular activities. Our November 1 early action deadline has passed, but our regular decision deadline is January 15th. And so get your application in as soon as you can, so that way you can have the opportunity to start applying for our institutional scholarships. So moving along to tuition, room and board at Berry before any type of aid is awarded is a little over $52,000 a year. Now, don't let that expensive private school cost scare you away. We have a lot of financial opportunities for students on every area of the social economic spectrum for students to be able to make Berry work. So with that being said, once you're admitted, you're automatically considered for a merit scholarship that's solely based off your GPA. That ranges from $8,000 all the way up to $24,000. By completing the FAFSA, you could qualify for some additional need-based aid, which can range from $2,500 all the way up to $15,000. And then we also have our institutional scholarships that you can apply to. Just once you get your admission decision, you'll get access to your My Berry student portal, and you can apply to our institutional scholarships. If you go to our website, go to the scholarships and aid page, it will list those out. And again, you can start applying to those once you get admitted. With you guys being Georgia residents, you'll also be considered for Hope or Zell Miller. For Hope, you receive a little bit over $4,300 a year, and for Zell Miller, a little bit over $5,600 a year. And also the Georgia Tuition Equalization Grant, just for attending a private liberal arts school here in Georgia. So that is the information that I have for you so far. That just gives you a map of our campus. And this is just a little bit of, wanted to show you a few pictures of our residence halls. We have 3 options for freshmen. So depending on how you, decorate your room, will give you an idea of how much space you get for that. And then again, this is a picture of the room area. We are having visits on campus at this time, so you can go to berry.edu/visit and schedule your visit. And if you have any questions after today, here is my information. Thank you guys so much for listening in.
Thank you so much, Shakara. Thank you so much. We enjoyed that presentation. So now we want to welcome Mr. Brennan Ledford from Clemson University.
Hi, everyone. Give me just a moment here to get my screen shared, and we'll go ahead and get started. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Brennan Ledford. I'm an admissions counselor for Clemson University. So if you will focus in on this picture here on the screen, this is going to give you an introduction to what our campus looks like. We are going to be set up like a target with the library right in the middle. The first ring closest to the library is going to contain academic and study spaces. The second ring is going to contain those student life facilities like dining halls, residence halls, and workout facilities. And then that third ring is going to contain athletic facilities and parking. Clemson is going to be that very walkable campus. It only takes 15 minutes to get from one end of campus to the other. Stepping foot on campus is really going to allow you to take in that small college town feel. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right in. Right here, we're going to take a look at Clemson by the numbers. We have about 20,000 undergraduate students, 25,000 total. We have students from all over the United States and internationally as well. Our student to faculty ratio is 16:1, and that median undergraduate class size is going to be 19 students. The last number on the screen I like to touch on is that retention rate. So what this number is looking at is it's looking at students who are coming for their first year and then staying for their second year. This is going to be an important number to look at for whatever college you might be interested in, because it's going to show you whether there are support systems and programs in place to make sure you are successful as a first year student. And for Clemson, that is going to be 93%. Next on the screen here is our freshman profile. This is going to give you an idea of what a competitive applicant at Clemson might look like, but it is not end all be all. We have a holistic review process, which I'll talk about here in just a minute. And we also do not have minimum requirements. So we had around 28,000 students apply. We admitted around 18,000 to shoot for that freshman enrollment of around 4,200. Our middle 50% of our test scores for the SAT is a 1260 to a 1410, and for the ACT, it is a 28 to a 32. Now, as far as admissions dates and deadlines go, they do look the same every year. Our application opens on August 1st, and instead of early action or early decision, what we have at Clemson is called priority notification. So what this priority notification entails is that as long as you have your application completed by December 1st and all supplemental materials in by December 31st, is going to guarantee that you hear back from us by mid-February, if not before, but it's also going to automatically put you into consideration for our merit-based scholarship. So that is that big piece of it. Make sure you just abide by those deadlines and you're automatically considered. Our final application deadline is May 1, but anything after December 1 is going to be based on space availability. So I definitely recommend going ahead and getting your application in by those dates. For how to apply, there's just a couple different things to make sure you are aware of. We do have 3 different application platforms. It does not matter which one you use. You can apply through the Clemson specific application, Common App, or Coalition. Again, there's going to be no preference given to one over the other in that review process. We do have a $70 application fee, but if you cannot afford to pay this fee, we want you to fill out the financial sections of the application completely. This is then going to allow the application to go ahead and determine if you meet the level of need that we can approve by policy. So you no longer have to go through your counselors to get a fee waiver sent in or anything like that. That application is going to handle everything right there for you. But of course, if you have other hardships concerning this application fee, we definitely want you to reach out to us. We do like your test scores to be sent directly from the testing agency. Now, for students applying this year for that 2021-2022 academic year, we are test optional. So what that means is when you are filling out the application, it is going to ask you a question of whether you would like us to consider your test scores or not. And that is totally up to you. It will not hurt you in that admissions process if you decide to opt out of submitting scores. But if you are going to opt in or applying for years in the future, go ahead and have those test scores sent right over to us. And then we just want your transcript sent directly from your school counselor in that most official way possible. I also recommend having a copy of your transcript with you when you are filling out the application, just because we are going to ask for your academic coursework from 9th through 12th grade as well. This is our review process. So what we are looking for, this is going to be that holistic review. We're going to look at a little bit of everything, but we do believe one of the clearest indicators of your fit at Clemson is going to be your academic performance in high school. So we are going to take a look at your weighted GPA, a class standing if a school ranks, but if not, that's totally okay. We're also going to look at the rigor of your classes. So from this, we know that most applicants are going to have competitive GPAs. They're going to have coursework from college preparatory, honors, AP, dual enrollment. But just know that we are going to look at everything in context of your specific high school. So if your high school does things differently from a different GPA scale to limits the amount of APs or anything like that, do not worry. We're going to be able to understand that in our process. Standardized test scores are included in our review process if you are choosing to submit them for that test optional year. We do super score both the SAT and the ACT, but again, that is optional and will not hurt your application if you decide to opt out. Choice of major and residency are also considered in our review process. So here at Clemson, we are admitting you directly to a major. So by choosing 2 different choices of majors on the application, you're going to be able to maximize your chances of acceptance. And so we do have a couple limited space majors where this is really going to play a role. Our limited space ones are most commonly nursing, health science, and sports communication. So if you're interested in one of those, definitely list it as your first choice. Just make sure to have a backup choice behind them as well. And then as out-of-state students, just because we are a land grant institution in the state of South Carolina, it is going to be a little bit more competitive, but typically about 35 to 40% of our first-year students are going to be from out of state. Lastly, this is where this really holistic process comes into play. We're going to consider any other attributes that might be community engagement, individual experiences and talents, anything your application, your transcript, or your test scores aren't showing, we want to hear about it. And our optional personal statement is a great place to go ahead and put that in there. So that way we really can have this holistic process and review a little bit of everything about you. After you apply, we have an applicant portal where you can track the status of your application, upload any required materials, and handle a lot of other things right within there. And then we just want you to complete the FAFSA and explore all of your different financial aid options. There are a couple different pathways into Clemson as well. It doesn't always look like a full fall admission. So we like to go over these programs because these are programs that you could receive as part of your admissions decision. Bridge to Clemson, you're a Clemson student, you're living on Clemson's campus, you are just going to be taking classes at Tri-County Technical College, which is a few minutes down the road. And as long as you complete certain requirements during your first year, you'll then bridge to Clemson for your second year. Tiger Town Summerbound is a program where you are admitted to the summer term before your first year, and you're really just going to start taking classes to make progress towards graduation. And as long as you attend this program, you're then able to start in the fall with the rest of the first year students. And it's a really awesome way to kick off your start here at Clemson. And then of course, transferring in is a great option as well. Maybe you don't get the decision you wanted to receive, or you want to start out at a technical or community college. You just need 30 credit hours post high school graduation and at least a 2.5 GPA. So as far as our majors go, not only do we have renowned faculty, we also have very strong academic programs as well. We have around 80 different majors that you can choose from. To highlight a few of them, our College of Engineering, Computing, and Applied Sciences is going to offer 10 different engineering disciplines, along with geology and computer science programs. Our engineering students will typically begin as general engineering and then spend their first year exploring what type of engineering they might like to pursue. Other options students like to pursue, they oftentimes want to do pre-med or pre-law, but there's really no specific path that you have to take at Clemson for those. Professional schools oftentimes are not discriminating between different majors, so we're offering health professions advising and pre-law advisors to make sure you are able to be guided throughout that process no matter the program. To explore each of our different programs, I definitely recommend checking out our degrees program webpage on our website. You're going to see that link here. It's just clemson.edu/degrees. From here, you can go directly to a major you're interested in, see the curriculum for it, hear from faculty and staff, see where students commonly end up after they graduate. It's a really great resource. Some of our most popular majors are going to be biological sciences, psychology, mechanical engineering, computer science, and nursing. Our average class size at Clemson is around 30 to 32 students. Only a small number of courses at Clemson are going to be that large lecture hall style, with a lot of our first year math and English classes being capped at 30 students. We're going to offer an abundance of resources based on what you might be looking for, and the Academic Success Center is going to offer a variety of these free services for all students. Now, I know I only have a short amount of time left, but I really wanted to make sure I had a moment to talk about student life, since getting involved on Clemson's campus is not hard at all. We have over 550 different clubs and organizations that are going to span from Greek life, multicultural, service, academic, and so much more. Each year, there's going to be a Tiger Proud organization fair that is going to allow students time to explore what all options and opportunities are available to them. About 25% of our student body is involved in Greek life, so it's going to be that really good balance. Becoming a member of Clemson's fraternity and sorority community is going to be that really great way to get involved, but it doesn't have to be a defining moment. There are tons of other ways to get involved. We also have 19 Division I athletic teams, and then we have 33 club sports teams, which are going to allow students who are passionate about a certain sport to be able to compete with other colleges throughout the state and region. And then intramural sports are also going to offer that fun and competitive opportunity. Lastly, just connect with us. There are multiple different ways to connect virtually. We have virtual office hours with admissions counselors Monday through Friday from 10 to 4 on Zoom. And we're offering virtual daily tours with Clemson tour guides. You can also find my email address on the website if you have any questions. I'll hang out for just a few minutes if you have anything to put in the Q&A, but if not, just reach out over email and I'm happy to help.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Brennan, for that wonderful presentation on Clemson University. And next, we want to welcome up Miss Christina Scott. Miss Christina Scott.
Alrighty, hey guys, how are you all doing? Again, my name is Christina Scott, and I'm a regional representative for University of South Carolina, Aiken. I oversee 21 different states and U.S. territories. I am regionally located right here in Atlanta, Georgia. So if you ever need to talk to me, you are more than welcome to do so. I do want to let you know going to get us right back on track. So let's just go ahead and get started talking about it. USCA has many awards for being a well-known regionally based campus. So we are located about 2.5 hours from Atlanta, Georgia, right there in the corner of Georgia and South Carolina. So we're about 20 minutes away from Augusta, Georgia. Some unique things about us is we're a small town, but a mighty town. We have great food and music. A lot of people love our downtown atmosphere. However, if you want to get a larger city life, you can definitely go to Augusta, Georgia to get some of those bigger brands like Sam's Club or a bigger mall. We do have the essentials though. We do have a Walmart. We do have fast food restaurants. So we do have what you need to maintain your daily lives. When it comes to our student life, I want you to know we are 31% minority enrollment. We have 3,700 students, over 100 clubs and organizations, and that range from community, religious, Greek life, and intramural sports, and we have 50 different majors. Now, we are known for 5 of those, which is our industrial engineering major, our nursing program, which this past year just got an accolade for actually having all nurses pass their nursing boards. We also have the College of Education, which is our longest existing college. And you can start from early childhood education, where we have a daycare on campus, all the way getting in educational leadership, either in K through 12 curriculum and or higher education. And all of our students that are in our College of Education are guaranteed a job once they pass all their boards in Aiken, the county of Aiken or Aiken, South Carolina. We're also known for our exercise and science fitness. Now, here, this just breaks down a little bit more about our PACER country and what we offer. We do also have honor societies on our campus, and we do encourage our students to participate to be an admissions ambassador, just to help other students get acclimated to the school and also see why we're so small but mighty and why students love it at our institution. Now, when it comes to clubs and organizations, we do have sports. We are Division II Peach Belt Conference. And as you can see, we have 5 women's sports and 5 men's sports. Our baseball team is really well as we have an equestrian club, and our esports team are champions. As I said, these are some of our programs that we're well known for. And our exercise science program, just to give you a heads up, they actually get to work hands-on curriculum, as well as our nursing program. We have a hospital right across the street from us. All righty, so when it comes to academics, just to give you a heads up, our class size is 8 to 1. So our students always get to know their professors by name and not by number. And as you can see, when it says terminal degrees, it just means that we have 90% of our classes are being taught by professors and not teachers, assistants, and or graduate assistants. Again, we have a career resource center on our campus, and we do have study abroad. So at our institution, we really like students to actually have hands-on training and be able to get into the work field where they're going to go versus them actually just learning it in the class. So we only teach you, but we actually help you get into it and do the hands-on teaching as well. Now, when it comes to housing, we have a unique situation for our housing, which basically means we have suite style apartments. So what happens is you have a door, you'll go in, you can share your room. Well, you'll share your apartment, your suite with about 8 other people, but each person will have their own room. And then you will only share your bathroom with 1 other person. So there's 8. So it's like 8 bedrooms, a living room in the middle, and then you'll also have the opportunity of having 4 bathrooms. And then down the hallway will be the common area and the kitchen. We also have 1 cafeteria on campus that serves a variety of foods. So from pizza, salad bar, to home cooked meals, to French fries and hamburgers. And we also have a Starbucks on our campus. Now, when it comes to our incoming students, the majority of them have a 2.0 GPA or higher, as well as they have test scores. This year, we are test optional. And if you do decide to apply to USC Aiken throughout the month of November, we are waiving the application fee for all of our Georgia students. So understand you will not have to pay that fee of $30. Now let's talk about, let's talk a little bit about our application timeline. Our application opened up on September 1st. November 1st is the FAFSA when it opened up. December 1st, we're asking all students that want to qualify for a scholarship to please apply. We also call that our priority deadline. We're a rolling decision. So what we do is we set applications all the way until May 1st. We try to get out decisions by May 1st, no later than June 1st. And as well as just to give you a heads up, we'll try to get you your decision within 4 to 6 weeks. Alrighty, so this is a little bit about tuition, just showing you some of the things that happen with our in-state and out-of-state students, but we are not as expensive as most students think we are. So at about 10,000 to out-of-state, and this is, well, it says right there, 10,428,000 for out-of-state students. So, and again, as you can see, 90% of our students are on federal, as some type of aid, whether it's federal aid, state aid, or merit-based. To get our merit-based, again, you must apply by December 1st. All righty, so that is everything when it comes to what I have to present to you. I know I did that really, really fast. But if you have any questions about USCA, my name is Christina Scott, and you can get my information. I'll put it in the chat. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Christina. Thank you so very much. And now we want to welcome Mr. Alejandro Ramirez from LSU.
Sorry, I was muted. Hi, good morning, everybody. My name is Alejandro Ramirez. I am the Regional Admissions Counselor for the state of Georgia for LSU. Let me see if I have sharing capability. I do. All right. All right. So as I just mentioned, I'm the Regional Admissions Counselor for the state of Georgia, and I'm regionally located here in the Atlanta, Georgia area. So as the Regional Admissions Counselor, I am your direct point of contact. I review the applications. I can help you complete the applications, all that sort of stuff. So if you ever have any questions at all, please do not hesitate to reach out. My contact information is on the top left-hand corner of the presentation slides, and the QR code in the middle of the top is a direct link to our virtual inquiry card. So if you're not already on our mailing list, please scan that with your phone and you should be able to open up a web page to fill that out. So that way we can keep in contact with you about everything that there is to know about LSU. So I will jump into a brief presentation because I know I have a limited amount of time. And then hopefully there'll be another minute or two for some Q&A. So LSU is located in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and we are considered a large public university with about 25,000 undergraduate students. And as a flagship university, we are considered in the elite 1% of universities in the nation. But what really sets our academic reputation as an elite 1% institution is that LSU is one of only 22 institutions to hold the Land, Sea, and Space Grant Research status. And LSU is also one of only 8 universities in the nation to have our own medical school, dental school, veterinary school, law school, and an elite MBA program. We've also been ranked #1 in the SEC for return on investment. And while we are best known for these top academic programs that I have on the screen, this is by no means all of our majors. You can find all of our majors at lsu.edu/majors, and you can find all of our majors and minors listed A to Z, as well as by academic interest. So this is especially helpful if you know you want to go into, say, sports medicine, but you're unsure of, you know, what it takes to become an athletic trainer versus what it takes to become a physical therapist. So this is a great starting point for researching those. And then overall, you know, we are most known for our health sciences due to us having our own medical school, veterinary school, and dental school. We've got a strong program for biological sciences because that is the typical foundation undergraduate major for those majors, or for those graduate level programs. But we've also got kinesiology for pre-athletic training and pre-physical therapy. We've got plenty of research opportunities. So overall, health sciences is what we're most known for. Engineering and business are also right up there. We're very strong in those and very well known for those. And then, of course, we do have a pre-law program as well to go along with our law school. And that's an accelerated program. It's 6 years rather than 7 years to obtain both degrees. So, and like I mentioned, while those are what we're most known for, you know, all of our programs are amazing. We have great programs for art and design, music and dramatic arts, mass communications, agriculture, etc. So definitely check us out if you have any of those interests. And then just some more information in regards to housing. We do require freshmen to live on campus, but we also guarantee freshman housing. So there's no need to rush your decision. And then also campus life is thriving with over 450 student clubs and organizations to get involved with, like Greek life, pre-professional organizations, club sports, intramural sports, hobby-based clubs. Like, you know, one of those is Cloud Watching Club, where it's just kind of more relaxed. You're just hanging out. But it's, you know, it's a nice balance to have with the pre-professional organizations and the volunteerism opportunities and all that sort of stuff. So it's a nice balance we've got going on. But overall, with over 450 student clubs and organizations, we pretty much got them all covered. And with so many events going on, you know, with each of these organizations, there's pretty much an event going on every week. And also, quick fun fact, if you have never been to our campus, we have a live tiger on campus. His name is Mike the Tiger. So I think he's 3 years old, and he's Mike the 7th. So, but yeah, he's always my first stop whenever I visit campus. I always like to check in on Mike. And he's located over by the football stadium. So if you're ever able to come visit us, definitely give him a visit. Speaking of visiting, we are back on campus. We have in-person campus tours, in-person smaller events. Our students are in class. We've got in-person, virtual, and hybrid type classes where students can choose either or, whichever they prefer. They are dorming on campus. And then we also, yeah, like I mentioned, we have in-person campus tours. However, we're also offering virtual tours, virtual events. So either way, we would love to get you involved with some of our events. So to move on about the application process, you can find us exclusively on the Common App. We review applications holistically, which, if you're not aware, holistically means that we take everything into account. So whatever you want to send, we want to see. We require 3 items, the first being your high school transcript. We also require at least 1 letter of recommendation from an academic source. So that can be your school counselor, it can be your favorite teacher, it can be the advisor of the school organization that you're a part of, pretty much anybody from the school we can consider for the academic source. Really someone who can speak to who you are both inside and outside of the classroom. And then currently we are not test optional, so we do still require a test score to complete an application. However, we are anticipating being able to offer test optional to this applicant class of 2021. And we're just waiting on final approval from our Board of Regents. They're the ones who run the show, make the final decisions for us because we are a state-run university. So we're waiting on their final approval. There's some logistical things that they're working on to go with our in-state TOPS scholarship, much like Georgia's Hope and Zell Miller scholarships. So that's really what's holding it up. But don't let that prevent you or hold you up from applying to LSU. You can submit your application without any of those required materials, and those can always be sent in later on. So really just focus on completing the information in your application, and then you can send in the other stuff later on. Like you wouldn't be sending us your transcript that comes from your high school. So you don't need that on hand to submit your application anyway. But to go a little bit more in depth about the required items, Your high school transcripts, we know you're more than just a GPA. We are reviewing you over the course of your 4-year academic career in high school. So we're looking at your course rigor. We're looking to see how many honors, AP, dual enrollment classes you've been taking, how you've been challenging yourself. And we compare you to your school, the opportunities that your school offers to you. We don't compare you to another student from another school down the road, across the state, across the country. It's all based upon what opportunities are awarded to you. For the letter of recommendation, like I mentioned, we require it from an academic source. However, that's just the first one. If you want to submit additional letters of recommendation, we would love to see those. At that point, it can pretty much come from anybody as long as it's not a family relative of yours. So if you have a personal mentor, if you have a job and you want your boss to write you one, if you're on a travel sports team and you want your coach to write you one, that sort of stuff, we would love to see those. And then, of course, for the test scores, as you can see here on the screen, we have our admitted student profile. So on the right side, you can see our averages, but the middle 50% that you see in the middle is the better indicator for successful admission, because this is the bulk of admitted students year after year. So students who fall within these ranges have a really good chance of being accepted because historically this caliber of student has been accepted. So do want to point out that the GPA we use is your weighted GPA. So if you're, again, taking those APs, honors, dual enrollment classes, then that is the GPA that we are reviewing you for. Is my time up? I saw you pop on screen. I didn't want to go over for
you. Probably about like 1 more minute. Yeah.
Okay, great. So because you guys are out of state, I do want to mention that we have out-of-state merit scholarship, which is scaled upwards to assist with the tuition gap. So the out-of-state merit scholarship ranges $40,000 to $200,000 over the course of 4 years. And there's no separate application process. We automatically review all of our admitted students for merit scholarship. And that usually comes about 2 to 3 weeks after you've been admitted. And those will start being sent out in about a month, about mid-December. So, but I don't want to talk over anybody else's time. If you have additional questions, please take down my contact information. And I look forward to seeing your application. So thank you for your time today, guys.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mr. Ramirez. I really appreciate that. Happy that you could share all of that insight on LSU. So next, before we go to our next presenter, we do have a question for Ms. Scott with the University of South Carolina, Aiken. If you are still on, we had a student that had a question about what is the diversity percentage at your college and university?
Yes, so right now our diversity percentage is around 30% of our students are actually minorities at our institution.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you.
And that breaks down into Asian, Hispanic, Black or African American, as well as Native American.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for answering that question for us. We're going to keep things moving right along. And now we want to welcome Ms. Kayla Walker with Wesleyan College.
Hi, everyone. I'm going to share my screen really quickly for you. Okay, are y'all able to see that? Okay. All right. My name is Kayla Walker. I'm the Director of Admissions for Wesleyan College. And as you see at the top with our logo, not many people, or some people don't realize that we are a women's college. You'll see First for Women. We were actually the first college in the world to grant college degrees to women back in 1836. So if you see First for Women on any of our slides or our promotional materials, that's what we're talking about. So we are located in Macon, Georgia. We're about 90 miles south of Atlanta. So we're only around an hour away from Newton County. So not too far for you all, but we are a residential college. This is a rendering of our campus. We're a 200-acre campus. You'll see that our campus is broken up. With the front of campus is our academic buildings, and the back of our campus is our residential buildings. And we also have a 100-acre arboretum on our campus. Wesleyan has around 800 students, so we are a fairly smaller school. We're a small private liberal arts college, but we are, like I said, residential. So unless you live within a 30-mile radius of the campus, you're going to be living on Wesleyan's campus. So our admissions process, we have decided to, try to break down as many barriers as we can for you all this year. We are test optional. We're not requiring a standardized test score, and we're not requiring recommendation letters or essays either. So when you apply to Wesleyan, you can apply for free online through the website below or through the Common App. And then all we need to evaluate your application is your high school transcript. So 99% of Wesleyan students receive some type of form of financial aid. And when you apply to Wesleyan, you are actually applying for our merit-based scholarships too with your admissions application. And those are between $12,000 and $15,000. And those are based off your GPA. So if you are accepted, you're going to be awarded one of those scholarships in your acceptance letter. We have a variety of premier tuition scholarships for our students to compete for. So if you are interested in applying, I'd encourage you to go ahead and do so, because we invite students for that in January, and the scholarship day for the premier scholarships takes place in February. So that's an opportunity for you to compete for a full tuition scholarship. For academic programs, we have 24 majors, 34 minors, and 9 pre-professional programs. But we also have the opportunity for our students to design their own programs. So we have a variety of students that aren't taking a staple program that we're offering, but they've worked with our advisors on the career path that they're interested in to get the coursework that they need to design their own program of study. Our classrooms are with a 13-to-1 student-to-professor ratio, so you get to know all of your professors. Our classes are taught seminar style, so we don't have any lecture courses on the campus. So that means that all of our classes are very interactive with our professors. So it gives you that individualized attention with them, so they get to know you. And our top 5 majors are business, biology, nursing, education, and psychology. For student life, like I said, we are residential, so we have a very vibrant student life program. We have all types of events for our students to participate in. Currently, we have 23 clubs and organizations on our campus. And if there is a club that you want to have on campus and we don't currently have it, it just takes you and 2 other students and a faculty or staff advisor, and we can get that up and running for you. We have a great academic support program for you through reading, writing, and tutoring. So they help our students in any areas that you feel like that you need extra help in. We do have disability services as well, if there is something that you're needing in class. And we have a very involved Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion for our students, that they're constantly working with our campus community and the Macon community to live and work together and learn about different backgrounds. We like to say the world is your campus, because Wesleyan, even though that we are a smaller student population, we have a variety of students from all over the world that attend Wesleyan. Some of the countries on the left-hand side of the screen, those are some of the places that we have sent students recently. And then we also offer students a variety of options to study abroad. Those are on pause with everything going with COVID, but we fully plan to hopefully pick those back up next year. And you can see those options there. If you have any questions about studying abroad, I'll be happy to answer them at the end of the presentation. For our athletic programs, we are NCAA Division III, and we're a part of the USA South Conference. So we have softball, soccer, basketball, cross country, volleyball, and track. And we also have a club cheerleading team. And then we have our own equestrian program as well. Those are the 2 different types of areas that we can compete in. And we actually have our own stables on campus. So if you do ride horses and you're interested in boarding your horse, we can help you with that. From Here to Career is a program that I love to tell new students about at Wesleyan. It's a 4-year program that our Career Center has developed for you. They start with you as a freshman when you come in, and they help you, try to figure out a career path and get professional development, internships to get on that path to the career, whether it is going to your post-secondary education or career, continuing on to get that job after college. Right now, we are open for campus visits. Like I said earlier, you are only about an hour away from our campus. So we would welcome you Monday through Friday on campus for a private visit, or you can connect with us virtually as well. If you go to our website, wesleyancollege.edu/visit, you'll see all the different options that we have. We have a virtual preview week coming up as well, December 7th through the 11th, where you can connect with faculty through info sessions just like this, or you can hear from current students or admissions or financial aid. So if you're interested in that, please let us know. And like I said at the beginning, my name is Kayla Walker. I'm our Director of Admissions, and this is my personal contact information. I'm happy to answer any questions for you today, or I'd love to chat with you at a later time. So feel free to call or email me.
All right. Well, thank you so very much, Kayla. We appreciate that awesome insight on Wesleyan College. So we're going to move a little bit out of sequence here. I want to welcome Ivy Stang with Reinhardt University to present for us next.
Hey everyone, I'm gonna get my screen share going just a second here. All right, my name is Ivy Stang and I'm an admissions counselor here at Reinhardt. And just a little bit of background about Reinhardt. We are a small liberal arts university located in Waleska, Georgia. So you may be wondering, where's Waleska? Well, it's a very small town, about 10 minutes away from Canton, if you've ever heard of Canton, Georgia, and about 45 minutes away from Atlanta, and 90 minutes away from Chattanooga, Tennessee. So we are in a really great spot, and that's going to allow you to be able to get internships in the Atlanta area and still be able to commute to class. Right, so we have over 40 different degree programs and majors here at Reinhardt. Just to name a few, we have a nursing program, creative writing, where you can produce your own work of art by the end of it. We have musical theater and traditional theater as well. We do have business and sports studies and just several other opportunities. And we can also add in minors with your major. So if you want to have a major and then a minor as well, that is an option that we have here. One of the unique things about Reinhardt is that we are super small class sizes, so you really get the opportunity to network with your professors. We are a 13-to-1 student-professor ratio. This was before COVID, so we always have had that small class feel. And this allows you to just know everyone in your class. Your professor will know you by name. You're more than just a number. And this is going to help you so much when you go to find your first internship or your first job after graduation. Another thing to note about Reinhardt is that over 90% of our students after graduation continue on to higher education, whether that be graduate programs or jobs right after college. So within 6 months, over 90% of our students know what they're doing next, which is really awesome. We do have a really great connection with our professors, and a lot of them have had really great experience and backgrounds and so many different jobs. With our location being so close to Atlanta, it also helps with job networking and internships. There's just so many opportunities for you with this unique small school and locations. Right, I'm going to talk a little bit about campus life. So here at Reinhardt, we're a very safe university. Our small size, just being right at 1,700 students with both undergrad and graduate programs, really leads to it being a safe area. But just so you know, we do have public safety officers who are trained law enforcement officers on campus 24/7. So 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you ever need any help with anything, they're always there. Whether it be a major emergency or you have a flat tire or just need a jump for your car, we always have public safety ready to help you out. We do have a really strong campus ministry life, so it is not required at Reinhardt to be of the Methodist faith, but we are a Methodist school, so our background is a lot of different Methodist religions. So you can participate optionally in campus ministry. There's worship sessions here on campus, and there's other groups that meet as well. We do have over 40 different clubs to choose from, with the opportunity to start your own club. So it's a really great way to connect with other students. We have anything from Greek life to anime club to video game clubs and fishing. There's just so many opportunities to make friends and meet new people and connect in your own unique way. If you don't see a club that you're interested in, it only takes one other person. Just find a friend that has that same common interest with you and start your own club, which is a very unique opportunity. We do have a great on-campus gym as well, and just all kinds of things to do on campus. We sit on over 525 acres of hiking, biking, campsites, and just different trails that you can wander into, which is a really, really great outdoorsy feel. We like to call it a university in a park. A lot of our students are able to walk to class just because it's a small, tight-knit university. Right? So if you're interested in athletics, we do have over 23 intercollegiate athletic teams here on campus. We have an athletics webpage that you can go to and fill out a recruiter form if you're interested in being one of our student athletes. This will get you connected with the coaches with your specific sport. So if you're interested in football, for example, you will get connected with a coach who can answer any of your questions, go through the recruitment process with you, and really just connect with you. So it's a really great opportunity. And if you're not interested in sports, we still have plenty for you to do as far as being a fan and showing up and cheering on our athletic teams. Maybe you are interested in sports but don't want to play at the college competition level. We do have several intramural sports here on campus, which is so much fun. This will allow you to connect with other students as well as get to still be active and play in your sport that you have so much interest in. So really great opportunities as far as athletics goes. Right? So to become a Reinhardt Eagle, you just really have two steps. You fill out the application online, which is located at reinhardt.edu. And the application is at the very top banner on the webpage. So it's super easy to find. It'll take you about 10 minutes to fill out that application, and then you're well on your way to becoming a Reinhardt Eagle. The next thing we'll need is your high school transcript. So for your high school transcript to be counted as official, it can be sent one of these ways: through a official source online database, through such as Georgia Futures or Parchment, whichever your high school uses. And we also have the traditional mail-in way. So you can mail it through an official sealed envelope from the desk of your high school counselor, and we'll accept it that way as well. Right now, we are test optional. So ACT and SAT tests are completely optional to put in for either fall 21 or the following semesters. But if you did take those scores and you want to submit them, feel free to do so. That might help with scholarship opportunities if you have a really great test score. We also super score, so that's something to consider. If you've taken it more than once, we'll take your highest score as well. We work on a rolling admission. So what that means is you can apply and get an acceptance decision anytime between now and the week before classes start. Although if you're interested in staying on campus, I would definitely recommend that you apply before March. This is also going to be for our scholarship students. So if you're interested in checking out different scholarships, those opportunities, you'll want to apply before March 1st as well, just so that you can get those scholarships in line before classes start. this is going to give you the best orientation dates, your classes that you need, and get you on the dorm of your choosing on campus. Right. So just the last thing I want to say is we have many ways for you to connect. I will drop our email as well as my personal office phone number. If you have questions that you would like to call or ask via email, I will drop that in the chat as well as our inquiry form. We are on Instagram, Go Reinhardt, Twitter, RU_admissions, and Facebook, Reinhardt Admissions. So there's plenty of ways for you to connect with us. Thank you for your time. I enjoyed sharing with you guys.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ivy. We appreciate that awesome presentation on Reinhardt University. So next, we want to welcome Ms. Wendy Stanley from Piedmont College. And we want to learn a little bit about what your college university has to offer us.
Great. Okay. Let's see. How do I get to my screen? There we go. Screen sharing. There we go. All right. Hope everyone can see that. I'm Wendy Stanley from Piedmont College. I'm the regional admissions representative, so I live around the Macon area, not very far from Newton County, about an hour and a half or so. And I want to give a great shout out to all Newton County students. We have, over the years, we've had students from Alcovy and from Eastside and from Newton County High School. So welcome to all of you, and certainly glad that you're here to consider all these great options for you for college. Piedmont College was founded in 1897, and we have 4 different schools on the campus. School of Nursing and Health Sciences, School of Business, School of Education, School of Arts and Sciences, and we are located a little bit north of Atlanta, kind of up here just into the mountains of Northeast Georgia. And Piedmont means the beginning of the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains. So a great area to be. You can see our fun little people here. We've got a little guy on a bike and our outdoors hiker fella and lots of deer. So it's a beautiful area up in the Northeast Georgia mountains. If you've ever been to Helen or they're just right over here, very close to our campus. Helen's about 20 minutes. So you may have visited there in the summer and gone tubing. And so we're real close to that. Different clubs and organizations on campus, 21 sports teams, also intramurals. We are Division III, and 11-to-1 student faculty ratio. Average class size, 12 to 13, and total about 1,200 students in our undergraduate programs on this main campus in Demorest, Georgia. We have about 750 students who are living on campus, and another population that is a local population. And you're allowed to, if you're within about 30 miles of campus, certainly choose to live at home. Otherwise, all of our students do live on campus. We have some very exciting news coming up. We are becoming Piedmont University in the spring, in April of 2021. This will celebrate the 125th year of the college, and we will become a university. And so all of our schools will become colleges. Lots of new logo, new residence hall will be going up, and recently added an additional 90 acres to the campus. And so we have some new athletic fields, field houses, a new cross-country track. Those things are all coming. So we're very excited about that. All of our residence halls are suite styles or apartment style housing. In the suites, that means 2 students share a room, another 2 students on the opposite side with a bathroom in between. So you are sharing your bathroom with 3 other folks, but that is the typical option for all of our housing. Or we also have the Piedmont Village. So that is an apartment complex that's about just 2 minutes from campus. And so there's lots of different housing options there, meal plans. So the apartments in the village, that's great. And that's for upperclassmen. We have resident assistants that live in all of the residence halls. And they're there to help you if you have any issues with roommates or things that's going on in your residence hall. Your RAs are there to talk with and schedule an appointment and just kind of so you can work through things. It's real important, certainly when you're living with other people in a large building. You want to have someone that you can go to that's going to provide assistance and working out schedules and just everyday types of situations. So certainly you want to always take advantage of your residence hall. All rooms come with twin beds, a full-size refrigerator, and a microwave. So no one, you don't have to go and buy a refrigerator. Your dad doesn't have to haul it around upstairs or in elevators. So we do provide the refrigerator and the microwave, closet space, and everyone has a desk in their rooms. There is laundry in every laundry facilities in all the residence halls, and laundry is free. So there's no charge to have to take care of your laundry. And also all students can have vehicles on campus, and there is no charge to have a vehicle on campus. So certainly bring your car if you like. Otherwise, lots of students bring bicycles. Our campus is you can get anywhere in about 10 minutes walking or riding your bike. It's a very active campus. So weather is usually beautiful. So feel free to bring your bike or walk. And a lot of students do have cars. So a lot of people carpool to go down the road to Walmart. We have a Lowe's. There's lots of fast food in the area. So even though we are sort of a small town in Northeast Georgia, we're very close to more tourism areas, being the mountains. But we're also, you can be at the Mall of Georgia within about 45 minutes. So into Gwinnett County. And so we're not that far from lots of things that you would want to be doing. Lots of trips off campus. And these are just some fun pictures of different activities on campus. Even with COVID, our campus events board is finding ways to do some fun things on campus. So you're not just stuck in your room. Certainly masks are required when social distancing isn't possible in large groups, but we want everyone to be involved in different activities on campus. And we've been in school since August 3rd and are continuing to have activities on campus, and it's a lot of fun for everyone. Certainly masks are important, but we're having a lot of fun. So, and I think that's a great thing that we're still able to do that and for everyone to share in events. Admission requirements. So our application is free all year round, and that's piedmont.edu/apply. So you can always do that. We're also on the Common App, and there is no fee for the Piedmont part of that. So feel free to apply to Piedmont. Typically, we have students that are having about 1,000 on the SAT or around a 20 ACT. At least a 3.0 GPA unweighted. We are test optional for this year and possibly in the future, but certainly for this year. We understand you may not be able to have to get to a testing center, or you may have been registered, it may have been canceled. So certainly it's great if you'll let us know that you do not have a test score to submit, and that is fine. If your GPA is below a 3.0, we will ask for some other documents, possibly an essay or a really great teacher recommendation, a teacher that you really have enjoyed their class, or a counselor recommendation to help with students that have below a 3.0. Otherwise, 3.0 or higher, we would not need those additional documents. And if you do have a test score, that can certainly help you as far as scholarship. However, if you, as one of the other colleges said before, if you don't have a test score, it's not going to hurt you. But if you do have one, it may put you into a higher scholarship tier. We will never take away, but we could potentially offer something different if you do have a test score. So feel free to submit them if you have them. Financial aid. So at least 97% on average of our students receive some kind of institutional aid, and that's going to include merit scholarships and any other aid you may qualify for. And the merit scholarships are scholarships for first-year students that come from GPA. You may qualify for any other federal-based aid, the Pell Grant, or any outside scholarships. I certainly encourage all students to talk with their counselor, talk with local businesses. They may possibly offer a scholarship, and you might just need a or just applying for. So always, every dollar helps. So $25 or $500, it's always worth it to apply for other scholarships. We offer athletic scholarships. That is the condition of Division III. But if you are an athlete and are interested in participating in sports at Piedmont, we also have an athletic tab website, and you certainly can fill that out and email coaches. Their emails are listed there for you to get in contact with them. And let's see, also our fine arts scholarship. So we have a new music conservatory that opened last year. We are an all Steinway school. We have a beautiful music conservatory, and our choruses and ensembles are singing and gathering in certainly social distancing and wearing masks, but we are having music on campus, and it's very exciting. And there are fine arts scholarships available. They usually range from $500 to as far as $2,500, and those can be, you can receive a fine arts scholarship as well as an academic scholarship. And fine arts scholarships are art, music, and theater. All right, I'm going to move on. We'd love to have students to come and visit us, and we are open for campus tours Monday through Friday between 9 and 3, and you can register or sign up for a campus tour also on our website. We'd love to have families visit. And here is my contact information. Again, Wendy Stanley at Piedmont. You can also email us at ugrad@piedmont.edu, and feel free to reach out with any questions. And I enjoyed talking with you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Wendy. We really appreciate you sharing with us. And next, we're going to keep moving right along, and we want to welcome Ms. Tammy McLean with the University of Alabama.
Hello, everyone. I hope everyone's doing well. So I'm going to put my screen really fast, and then we'll get started here. Okay. Hopefully everyone can see this. So thanks for having me this afternoon. Again, my name is Tammy McLean, and I am a regional recruiter here in Georgia. There's 3 of us, so I cover the Atlanta area as well as east of Georgia. So thanks again. So the University of Alabama, we are located in Tuscaloosa. And so our enrollment on campus is going to be a little bit over 38,000 students. Our incoming freshman class for fall 2020 was around 6,500. And so even though we are considered a large university, our student to faculty ratio is about 23-1. So you still get that small class size feel. And even though we are the flagship university for the state of Alabama, we are predominantly more out of state, believe it or not. We're about 60, close to 60-40. Georgia is definitely our feeder state. And then we have Texas, California, and really all 50 states are represented, as well as 70 international countries. And we do offer over 200 degree programs. So as I mentioned before, we are on the bank of the Black Warrior River. So if you see in the center picture, a lot of people don't know that we are close to a body of water, but it is very close to.
Yeah, they're good for me.
So we do have a lot of students that actually, like to study down by the river. We have a 5K trail, so it's pretty close, and also close to actual downtown Tuscaloosa, where there's really lots of things to do as far as shopping, restaurants, historical sites. And being from Atlanta, it's not going to be super far. It's about 3 to 4 hours. So, and it's just an hour south of Birmingham. So really there's something for everyone. So some of the things I'd like to talk about is really the sustained academic success that we have experienced at the University of Alabama. We are consistently ranked within the 100 public universities. We are second among all universities in the country when it comes to National Merit Scholars. Our incoming freshman class for 2020, we sit close to 221 students. And then we also really are excited about the internships that we do offer our students. We are ranked #1 in the SEC and #2 in the entire country. That's very important to us. Obviously, you're there to, get your academic credentials, but you also want to be able to apply those. And what better way than to be able to work with companies really across the board, whether it's Time Warner, Media, Lockheed, Martin, Mercedes-Benz. There's really opportunities out there for students to have those internships and then hopefully maybe even land a position upon graduation. As I mentioned, we do have 12 colleges with over 200 degree programs. So hopefully you will find something of interest. And then we also offer the Create Path to MBA as well as the STEM to MBA. And we also have our honors college as well. So this is just a listing of the majors that we do offer at the University of Alabama. We have arts and sciences, which is our largest college on our campus. As you can see here, it does have the most majors. So typically this is one of the most popular colleges. And outside of that's going to be the College of Business. And then our fastest growing is the College of Engineering, but we also do have Communications and Information Sciences as well as Education, College of Human Environmental Sciences, College of Nursing, Social Work, and our pre-professional programs as well, along with our law school. So how to apply to the University of Alabama? So we are not on Common App, but you can go to apply.ua.edu. This week, we are actually offering free application week starting today through Friday. So you can not have to pay the $40 application fee, but we do require a high school transcript and we are test optional. If you do have test scores, you're more than welcome to submit those. There's really no advantage or disadvantage of having test scores. So we are rolling admissions. Our application opened up in July. So we will make decisions every couple of weeks. So it will be, very soon upon us receiving the supporting documents. But you can, again, go to apply.ua.edu. If you would like to complete the free application, the code for that, counselors should have that information, as well as you should have received an email from the University of Alabama. So we do offer scholarships, whether it be merit-based scholarships or our competitive scholarships. Again, because we are test optional, those students who choose to submit a test score can automatically be considered for merit-based based upon your test score as well as your GPA. And you have through February 2021 for automatic merit consideration. And then separately, students who submit a scholarship application are also considered for the competitive academic scholarships. And those are really going to be based upon the review of the pool of scholarship applications. Top applicants are selected just really based on the holistic consideration of the content of application by the committee. And so we just need to have that competitive academic scholarship application submitted to us before January the 15th. So those will be reviewed, and then students will be notified in early March of the awards that they have received. So again, you've got a couple of options there. And this is really going to be the next steps in regards to enrollment. So after you've applied, you've been admitted to the University of Alabama, you'll want to complete that competitive scholarship application. And then we do have a $200 enrollment deposit that is non-refundable, and it's really your pre-tuition payment. Once that has been submitted, then you can submit your housing application that opened up October 1st. Students who submit the $200 housing deposit and apply before February 1st will be able to select their own housing, their dorm they would like to live in, as well as possibly invite a roommate of their choice. And then after that is Bama Bound orientation, and that's when you'll come back in the summer and actually come to campus, get acclimated, learn everything that you need to know before fall starts, as well as register for classes. And then again, housing room selection will take place in early May. We'd love for you to come visit us. What better way to get to know if this university is the right fit for you? We are offering in-person visits currently, so you can definitely register for those here at gobama.ua.edu/visits, or you can also scan the barcode here at the bottom to take a virtual tour of our campus. So we have a number of ways for you to get connected. My name again is Tammy McLean. I am the regional recruiter. This is my contact information. So if you want to take a quick pic of this with your phone or screenshot, by all means, I am here to help students and parents with our admissions process and would love to be a resource for you. And that's going to be it. Thanks, guys. Roll Tide. Thanks for your time.